Welcome back, trivia fans, to your favorite spot for all things Jeopardy. Today we're diving deep into the full episode from Thursday, June 12th, 2025. It was a nail-biter, so grab your popcorn and let's get into the action. On the stage tonight, we had our returning champion, Alina, a librarian from Chicago, Illinois, with a two-day total of $48,000. She was up against two new challengers. On her left, Marco, a high school history teacher from Austin, Texas, and on her right, Chloe, a freelance graphic designer from San Diego, California. The energy was high, and you could tell both Marco and Chloe were ready to give Alina a run for her money. The Jeopardy round kicked off with some interesting categories. We had literary first lines, world capitals in the kitchen, pop culture nicknames, AV in the middle, and of course, stupid answers. Alina, showing her champion's confidence, went straight for literary first lines for 400. The clue was, it was a bright cold day in April. The clocks were striking 13. Alina buzzed in instantly with what is 1984, and she was off to an early lead. Marco, the history teacher, found his footing in the world capitals category. He answered a tough $800 clue about the capital of Bhutan, correctly identifying Thimphu. Chloe, meanwhile, is cleaning up in pop culture nicknames, correctly identifying the boss as Bruce Springsteen and the Queen of Soul as Aretha Franklin. The first daily double was found by Marco under world capitals for $1,000. He had $2,200 at the time, trailing Alina's $3,400. Decided to make it a true daily double, betting it all. The clue was, this city, formerly known as Christiania, is home to the Viking Ship Museum. Marco took a deep breath and correctly answered, what is Oslo? A huge move that catapulted him into the lead with $4,400. By the end of the first commercial break, the scores were tight. Marco was in the lead with $4,400. Alina was close behind with $3,800, and Chloe was holding her own with $2,600. It was anyone's game. The rest of the Jeopardy round saw a lot of back and forth. Alina showed her breadth of knowledge in a V in the middle, while Chloe struggled a bit with the in the kitchen category. At the end of the round, the score stood with Alina reclaiming a slight lead at $6,200. Marco was in second with $5,800, and Chloe was in third with $3,000. A very competitive first round. Now for the double Jeopardy round. The categories were American Presidents, Science with Bill Nye, Shakespeare's Women, Art and Artists. 12-letter words and around the world. The stakes were higher and the clues were definitely tougher. Alina, starting the round, went for American Presidents for $1,600. She was on a roll, correctly identifying several presidents and their accomplishments. But Marco, not to be outdone, found the first daily double of the round under Art and Artists for $2,000. He had $8,200, just behind Alina's $10,200. He wagered a bold $5,000. The clue was, his 1931 painting The Persistence of Memory is one of the most famous works of surrealism. Marco confidently answered, who is Salvador Dali? Correct? That massive wager shot him into a commanding lead with $13,200. The game was really heating up now. Chloe, looking for a way back in, started hunting for the last daily double. She found it under Shakespeare's Women for $1,200. She had $4,600 and decided to bet $3,000. The clue, this daughter of King Leontes of Sicily, is abandoned as a baby, but is eventually reunited with her parents. Chloe took a moment, then answered, "Who is Perdita?" That was correct. A crucial get for Chloe, bringing her score up to $7,600 and putting her right back in contention. The final few clues saw a flurry of activity. Alina managed to rack up some points in 12-letter words, proving her vocabulary skills. Marco held his ground in Around the World. As the final bell of the round sounded, the scores were incredibly close, setting us up for a thrilling Final Jeopardy. Marco was in the lead with $17,000. Alina was right on his heels with $16,200. Chloe was still very much in the game with $10,000. This is what it all comes down to. The category for Final Jeopardy was 20th century inventions, a very broad and potentially tricky category. The contestants looked focused as the final clue was revealed. Patented in 1955. This invention by Roger L. Easton was originally developed to track Soviet satellites and became essential for modern navigation. The famous Think music played as the contestants wrote down their answers. Let's see how they did. First up, Chloe. She wagered her entire $10,000. Her response: "What is GPS?" That is correct. The Global Positioning System. Her score doubled to $20,000. Fantastic finish for Chloe, putting the pressure squarely on our top two. Next, Alina, our returning champion, wagered her full $16,200, aiming for the big win. Her response was also, "What is GPS?" Correct? Her score jumped to $32,400. She did everything she could. Now it all depended on Marco. Finally, Marco. He had $17,000. To win, he needed to get it right and wager at least $15,401. He revealed his answer. What is GPS? He got it right? The final piece of the puzzle was his wager. He wagered ... $16,000. His final total was $33,000. What an incredible finish. Marco, the history teacher from Austin, is our new Jeopardy champion, winning by just $600. A heart-stopping game from start to finish. Alina played a phenomenal game but came up just short, leaving with a 3-day total of over $80,000. Congratulations to Marco on an amazing victory. Can't wait to see how he does tomorrow. What did you all think of that Final Jeopardy? Clue, let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Jeopardy recaps. We'll see you next time.